welcome back to the video. Sorry if the audio is bad. My mics I thought were charging, but they weren't, and it's pretty windy out. But we got two packages today for our IMPREZA. So let's go ahead and bring these inside the car and sit down and talk about them because it is windy. They're about to blow out, and I don't want them to. And the one mod we have is for the inside anyways. So let's go ahead and open these up and we'll talk about them. So these first ones are actually AC vent trims for these here. All the AC vents. It just clips on. I think we can cut them to the sizes because you see it's longer and then it gets shorter. And I think we should have enough to put them up here. I think we got like a 15 or 20 piece kit. So let me get these out and see what they're gonna look like. All right, so of course it's gonna need cut. But you can see that's what it's gonna look like. It might be hard to tell. Yeah, there it is. But it's a nice shiny blue. Hopefully this blue, hopefully it'll focus for you guys. Hopefully this blue will be like a matching blue when I get the dial for the AC controls and the stitching for the steering wheel. Hopefully it matches. If not, it's not too big of a deal. It's just gonna bother me. But we'll go ahead and get something to cut these down to size, put them on all of them, and I'll show you guys the finished project when we're done. Let's go ahead, open this second package, and I'll show you guys what that is. So this second thing we have is window visors. Once again, off of Amazon. Most stuff I get is off Amazon, eBay, or depending on the part, I will go name brand. But these are off eBay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these things on and see what they look like. I got these window like visors slash rain guards is because it just gives the car a nice sleek sport look and kind of looks just bare without them. So let's go ahead and try to put these on. They said they should fit for my car, but these do look really long. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna try to put the first one on, and then I'll see if I can get a recording of putting the others on to show you guys how to do them. Before I put these on, I just put them up against the car to see what they're gonna look like. So these ones actually only come down to somewhere around here, so it's not over this, which is not a big deal because your window really only comes down right here, and these are meant to keep rain out of your windows or inside your car from whenever it's raining, to drip down over so it doesn't get in the car like I just said. But mainly guys get these just for the looks. And these ones, as you can see, kind of has that little dip, which that actually I just discovered is to help overcoat these. Now I am going to be doing my own tint, or trying to, so I'm going to be making a video on that. But you can see how far it comes down off the actual top of the window. But I think we should be able to put these on and then do the window tint installation, because we'll have to roll down the window anyways to cut it to tint it. And if that don't work, we'll probably end up getting pre-cut. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on first. So what you gotta do is you'll have this tape with red backing, and you're just gonna peel that off, put it up to however your car window shape is. So like I said, these fit on over that, and then the same over here. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this backing off this, and then I'm gonna put it on. So here's the first one. It actually looks very dope. Gives the car more of like a, not sporty, but just clean look. And it went on super easy. Like I said, you just peel the back, and then I started down here, lined it up as close as I could, and lined it up with the indent where it's supposed to. And then I just kind of slapped it on the rest of the way, made sure this lined up, and we were good to go. And let me go ahead, and as you can see, there's kind of a lip right here, and then it also continues right here on the front one. But let me go ahead, try to set you guys up, and I'll show you guys more in depth on how to do it, which is really not hard. It's probably a 10 out of 10, super easy installation that anyone can do. You don't need any skills, you don't need anything, just to be able to use your hands to peel off this sticky stuff. So let me go ahead and set you guys up. so we just got this front one on. Like I said, it's super easy. Now you're gonna have this gap, which you're gonna have it anyways, so that you can open the door without any problem. And I got it matched pretty well there. And of course, it's not gonna be tight because, like I said, you got to be able to open the door. I mean, they don't look like they're exactly the same length, but really you're not going to tell. And then of course I lined it up pretty well, and it actually comes down to right here, which is pretty cool. I mean, like I said, you're really only going to have the window down, so the rain's just going to fall off wherever the window comes. But you can see it looks super good. It just makes the car look like it has more of a sporty look to the windows. And then I'll show you the side that doesn't have them. You can see it gives the car more profile, gives it a nice sleek look on the windows. And then once I get 10 on this thing, it's gonna look super good. And we actually just picked this up from Walmart because I thought I had one, but I didn't. A squeegee for when we do the installation for window tints, so we can squeegee all the water off. But that's besides the point. We still got this other side to do, so I gotta unwrap this one here and then take the backing off of these. And I won't video that because you guys saw how I did it on this front side here. But I'm gonna go ahead, take these off and put these on, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. To give you an inside look, this is what they look like on the inside. It's definitely gonna protect you from sunlight whenever you're driving and everything. Like if the sun, they're pretty dark actually. They'll go really nicely and go hard when we get the tin installed. I think I do have, I think it's 5% that I got, and we're gonna do all the windows 5% in the back, and then either a brow or we're gonna do like a color match brow with some lettering. And then I've got the garage that I go to. One of my buddies has a garage. I'm gonna be getting his sticker. I'm gonna have it on the front windshield. But anyways, we are back to the AC vents, which is why we're inside the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back on, mark where I want to cut it, then we're gonna cut it. We got some scissors right here, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So basically all you're gonna do is find the slit in your AC trim right there. You can see it, and I'm gonna try to line it up here. If I can figure out, you're just gonna have to kind of put it there. It was, slide it over, push it on, and then I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, so like right here. And then I'm gonna take it off, cut it, and then we're gonna put it on. And then you'll do that for every single one. Same with these and those if you have enough, but we should have plenty. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's the finished product. It actually looks really dope, especially with the carbon. Now it does look a lot brighter on video. There you can kind of see, but it still looks very bright. Like it is kind of a darker shiny blue, but you can see the difference in them. Oh my goodness. Okay, there. It looks a lot better. Now, right here, if you look closely, it's not exactly right there, but that's just because it gives it the room to be able to move back and forth. And of course, it's gonna move even more, but that's okay. It still looks pretty dope. But we're gonna move on to these ones now. And the nice thing is, this was only like 2 sticks of it, and we still got plenty left over because we were able to cut one here, use the second half up here, use this one, and then cut the second half right there. And we still got a little piece left that we could probably put up here on one of these little guys up here, or on the other side over here. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to this one. Got this one. Now these ones are a little harder. If you have this car, these ones are a little thicker than this width, so it takes a little more time to be able to split it apart and put it on, but it fits nicely. And I gotta remember that it slides this much, so we're gonna have to make one for this and then slide it down, make one for this. That's, I think, the best way to go with it. And then, like I said, we can reuse, so we still have this piece. So I think we could probably squeeze it on down here, and I think that'll be enough to use for this bottom section. But once we start a new piece, I'll show you guys what I do. You guys can clearly see the gap here, but like I said, you're gonna have that wiggle room, so you don't want it shoving too far down or up. So that's like perfect. I mean, you can hardly tell. It still is blue, still looks cool. Same with this side, but this side's harder to tell because I did it another way. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. These were actually scrap pieces too. This was a piece of this one. This one was a piece of one of these ones. But I'm gonna get a new stick out and I'll show you guys the process of what I do here. So let me see if I can get one out with one hand, if it'll focus here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. So you can see roughly the little slit line there, the slit. I basically am just taking my finger and I'm trying to put it in here in this little crack there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That, sorry for the bad camera angles, it's just really hard to record while trying to split this apart and everything else and keep it apart. And once you split it apart, it's then a little easier to actually keep apart. But anyways, you're gonna split it apart. Once you have it apart, I put it on here, as you see in there, and I just slide it up to where it needs to go, and then I push down on it to fully firmly. And then right here, I've been stopping at this little bump. So then what I do is I lift it up a little bit more, and I take the scissors here, and if I can grab them, and what I'll do is I'll cut it right at that bump, and then just press it on the rest of the way. And then as you guys seen, it's kind of interfering with the wrap there, because like I told you guys in the first video, the wrap's being really dumb. I shouldn't have had as much access as I did on this side. But anyways, see, there's vent number 2. Looks pretty cool. You can kind of see the little bump there, which drives me nuts, but I think it's just the way it was on. But anyways, if I can find it here, I find it. We have this much extra piece, so we can honestly probably, here's the suite, and you can see it adds a lot of character and just pop to the car's interior. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, finish that one in the top, and I'll show you guys the end product. We didn't end up doing those, so those were popping off, but here's the finished product of what it looks like for the vents. Like I said, it adds a lot of color, a lot of pop and customization. And then when we do these knobs and steering wheel cover stitch and finish all the carbon fiber look, it will look insane. Let me know if I should tint this red part. If so, I might do that too. We're just gonna use masking tape and tape off around it. And we're painting these. I may paint the chrome on the emblem, but you can see this is gloss black. We got gloss black paint just to tie the whole grill together. I tried taking these off, but they have clips and I didn't want to break them. So we're just gonna tape it off and paint it. We got it all taped off. I did a really tedious tape job just because I don't want to get anything on the paint or on the car's paint and mess that up. So got it painted pretty good. We got our gloss black paint and we are getting ready to paint it, and I'll see you guys when we get the finished product. I know it's hard to tell, but you can't see it's chrome anymore, and I doubt you're gonna be able to see it, but it does look splotchy and a little runny. I think it's maybe because I need to sand them down. So I'm gonna let the tape on here and let it dry overnight. Hopefully no bugs get on it. Let it dry. If it still looks runny or it looks bad, we'll just sand them lightly. But thanks for watching, guys. And I would say go ahead and get both of these products. They look amazing. They both give the car a paw and just a cool feature to the car. But yeah, you do you. It's your car. You do whatever you want. But I'd say both were very easy installations. Both took maybe less than 10-15 minutes. The window rain guards took probably maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. These probably took 15 at max, just because you got to do a little more. But still, they weren't terrible at all. They were very easy. Everything was super easy to do on the things that we got. But stay tuned for some more videos coming, guys. And soon, hopefully, we'll be able to do tint. It's going to be looking nice this week. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get it done. Depends on what my day looks like.